I'm Ashton Addison from Blockwise Capital for Investment Pitch Media, and today on the Crypto Coin Show we have Anoothi, the head of Terra and NEAR at Stader Labs. Anoothi, welcome to the show, and thank you for taking the time.
Hi, Ashton. Thank you so much for hosting me. It's a real pleasure talking to you, and thanks everyone whoever's watching. Super grateful for the community and all their support, and happy to answer any questions.
Likewise, and I'm interested in diving into staking solutions, and everyone's curious about staking and liquid staking, and more importantly, especially because it's been in the news with the Ethereum merge, but there's staking on so many different blockchains, and we're going to dive into that today. I'm specifically interested in hearing about the NEAR protocol and NearX on that front. But before we begin there, I would love for you to just explain overall at a high level what Stader Labs is bringing into the blockchain world, and then we'll dive into all those details.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ashton, for asking that question. Would love to do that. So Stader Labs is a multi-chain liquid staking solution, and our vision is to onboard 1 billion plus users onto staking so that they can earn passive income on their native crypto tokens. So a pretty daunting vision. And in order to achieve this, we have really been executing at rocket speed. So we launched on the erstwhile Terra, which is now Terra Classic, in the November of last year, and reached about $1 billion in TVL with 35,000 wallets staking with us in a matter of a few months. However, we always wanted to be multi-chain, and fortunately, we were quick to expand to other blockchains by the April of this year. So by April, we were present on a total of 4 different blockchains. And, as of today, we are present across 6 different blockchains, having launched on NEAR and BNB just a few weeks ago. So our current TVL is $80 million plus, and we have some 70,000 wallets that have stayed with us. And the goal is to expand our presence to all the major peers blockchains going forward, and we're really looking at some exciting avenues like the Aptos blockchain and the Sui blockchain going forward. So we are here to stay and make the liquid staking experience as smooth as possible and really maximize the earning opportunity for the users through staking.
Great, and that's some great growth so far, and great to hear you have expanded on the blockchains as well. For those people who, they've just dabbled in staking a little bit, maybe it's on a centralized exchange with some coins or on one of the blockchains, maybe you can talk about Stader's solution in being multi-blockchain, and more importantly, the advantage of the liquid part of the staking solution and how that benefits people to stake on Stader.
Absolutely. I think liquid staking is a really powerful solution that has been unlocked by the cryptoverse. So just to explain to people, what simple staking does is that users can deposit their native tokens on the staking infrastructure in the blockchain, and they earn a passive steady yield on the amount of tokens that they have deposited. But during the time that they are earning this yield, their tokens actually get locked. So you cannot use it anywhere else, right? So just imagine like a fixed deposit or a bond equivalent in the Web2 space. However, what liquid staking does is that it really, enhances the capital efficiency of staking, and it allows users to give their native tokens to the staking infrastructure, earn the steady staking yields on their funds, while getting back a mirror token, which is equivalent in value to the native tokens that they had deposited. So just to give you an example, on NEAR, users can deposit NEAR into Stader's DApp, which is a staking infrastructure, and get NearX in return. Now, this NearX is a mirror liquid staking derivative. This NearX can then be used for example, you can definitely earn the staking yields, and then on top of that, you can earn LP rewards. You can earn returns on, say, NearX as a collateral of lending and borrowing, or even for like buying NFTs and even funding new projects through launchpads. And so this is yield on yield and has a truly multiplier effect on earning potential.
Wow, great to hear. And yeah, I'm familiar with staking on the NEAR blockchain directly, and I do have a few tokens staking there. but they're locked in and you don't get any, you don't have access to those tokens while you're staking just directly on NEAR. So to be able to take advantage of that, switching those assets for something like NearX and then being able to capitalize on that even more sounds very beneficial. I'm specifically interested in how the growth of the NEAR staking on Stader Labs went after you launched that, because I know a lot of people are staking NEAR directly on the blockchain, and they're also looking for this kind of synthetic assets where they can get the liquid staking. So how did that go when you launched NearX?
Yeah, so it has been a terrific, story of launch. So we launched on the 9th of August at 4 p.m. UTC, and we really had an overwhelming response from the users. So really, heartwarming to see all the support from the community. Within the first 48 hours, we hit $5 million in TVL, and that was really, unheard of in the NEAR ecosystem. And within the first week of launch, we had clocked in over $14 million in TVL, and our liquidity pool on Ref had crossed $3 million in liquidity, and our liquidity pool on Jumbo, which is the second DEX, had become the biggest pool on Jumbo. So really record-breaking performance, and it has really been heartwarming to see all the support from the community. And what I can definitely promise is that as the upgraded NearX is just around the corner, we are going to offer this and much more to the users. So when we launched on NEAR, we came up with the bonanza of the launch month, where we were offering $150,000 in rewards, and we had exciting competitions like the Guild Wars and staking competition. And the upgraded NearX will come with all the integrations and all the promise of rewards and more.
Wow, great to hear. And when users deposit their funds, whether it's NEAR or these other tokens, into the staking solutions, those are some kind of smart contracts, as I understand. And I'm curious to know on the security and the safety of those assets and the users' funds being put in there. How does that work, and how does Stader Labs ensure that the funds are secure and nothing's going to happen to them?
Yes, so how it generally works is that, staking is a middleware infrastructure. So it is built on top of the L1 blockchain. And we write a smart contract which executes this, right? So one of the critical ways to ensure security is audit. And, NearX was audited by two major auditors, Hanburn, which is one of the leading auditors in the Web3 space, and BlockSec, which is the leading auditor on the NEAR ecosystem. So I think audits is one way to do it. And then there are several other security measures that, users can take. We'll be happy to share everything that Stader is working on going forward with the upgraded NearX launch during the course of this interview. But let me know if you want to cover it now or later.
Well, that's great to hear. And yeah, I was just curious because I saw that there, sometimes things aren't perfect, and there's, in Ethereum at least, there's been a lot of smart contract, little blips here and there. And it's always good for users to be precautious and hear about audits and other protection mechanisms of their funds, because there's risks to investing in everything, and some are high, some are low, but there's always some kind of risk. I was reading into the NearX launch, and it seemed like something happened where I know you guys are upgrading. So was there anything that was unexpected on the NearX launch with regards to the liquidity pool or the smart contracts?
Yes, absolutely. Would love to share that. So basically, we had a terrific launch week. And then on the 16th of August, we had a security incident with the NearX smart contract. This was really unexpected because, we are one of the few protocols that came in with 2 audits, right? So this was not caught by the auditors as well. And what happened was that the exploiter was able to mint 20 million NearX by transferring NearX to his own account in a loop. And we call it a transfer call, and it is it is a case that is unique to the NEAR ecosystem, where the sender and receiver address can be the same, and this needs to be avoided for in the code. And this was obviously not recognized, and so while we actually caught the incident in a matter of minutes, it resulted in a drain of 165K NEAR from the liquidity pool on Ref and Jumbo. However, the 2.5 million NEAR that was staked on the Stader smart contract on our DApp was completely safe with the validators. So the majority of the funds were 100% safe, and we were able to pause the NearX smart contract and transfers just in time through multi-sig. And that was really good. However, there was, implication, and Stader is reimbursing all the users in full for the 165K NEAR that was drained from the LPs. So users will be made completely whole for the NearX that they hold. The detailed reimbursement plan based on the holdings user had before the exploit, the transactions that they made during the exploit, and also for the transactions that happened even post the exploit after the NearX contract was paused, have been explained in full in the NearX reimbursement plan. Users can visit our social handles. So our Twitter handle is Stader__NEAR, and the reimbursement plan has been pinned on our Twitter handle. So please feel free to go there, and we have a detailed list of wallet addresses and the amounts owed to each of them, which will be covered in the reimbursement plan. So that is, what typically happened, and it was really unexpected because it was the first security incident that Stader has ever faced. However, it has been a moment of deep learning because, we are building going forward on blockchains which are evolving, dynamic, and new. Right. So how do you even bolster security even more in such scenarios is something really important. And Stader has really deployed a multi-layer security process going forward. So we'll be happy to talk about it, in our conversation.
Yeah, thank you for those details, Anoothi. And it's a crazy story, but people they often don't expect these different kinds of risks. They think, okay, as long as I have my tokens, then they're safe. And, sometimes if there's a hack of an exchange or something, people lose access to their funds. But there's also these other kind of vulnerabilities where someone's able to mint a token. And if they are minting tokens for free, they're able to dump those on the market. And maybe you still have your tokens, but because somebody printed infinity of them and sold them, then they're worth nothing, so there's all these different kinds of risks, but it's great to hear that Stader Labs is fixing the contract, reimbursing the LP holders, and so in the next steps towards the upgraded NearX, how do you prevent things like this from happening and to ensure that peace of mind for everybody who's using liquid staking on Stader?
Yeah. So, as I said, post the exploit, we have been thinking really hard about security, and Stader has deployed a multi-layer security program going forward for its solution NearX. So the first thing we are doing is we have onboarded a third auditor, OSEC, which is coming highly recommended by the NEAR Foundation and Proximity Labs, post some of the great work that they have done on the NEAR ecosystem. And we are also asking our first two auditors, which is Halburn and BlockSec, to do an entirely fresh audit on the updated NearX smart contract with a team of brand new engineers. So it will be an entirely new team, which will re-audit the entire NearX smart contract code all over again. So practically undergoing 3 new audits. That is the first thing. The second thing we are doing is that we are bringing in a bug bounty program in collaboration with ImmuneFi. So once the audits are complete and the NearX smart contract code can be open sourced, we will start the bug bounty program where white hackers will get the chance to identify gaps in the smart contract, if any, and earn rewards of up to $1 million, depending on the criticality of the bug. The third thing we are working on is strengthening the internal testing and review process. So we have really, strengthened the peer review process by adding additional team members to that process. And we have increased the number of checkpoints required before the code can actually go for audit. So those two things have already been incorporated. And we are actually working on a tool called Prometheus to monitor all the data which is relevant to us. So, for example, the fourth thing that we are working on is actually additional security upgrades. So, for example, the monitoring tool Prometheus will allow us to monitor the LPs. It will allow us to track the NearX exchange rate on the DEXs and on the smart contract, so that any aberrations are instantly alerted to the developers through integration with Slack. And this will allow absolutely continuous monitoring. And we are also starting channels of community channels where users can reach out to us through dedicated email IDs for any security issues that they might face. The exact details of that will be revealed very shortly, like today or tomorrow, in a detailed blog post.
Great. It sounds like a lot of measures you're taking to ensure the peace of mind for the current NEAR and NearX holders. I'm curious, moving forward, as you continue to grow, what are some of the ways that your team is looking to increase, at least with NEAR, people who aren't staking on Stader Labs yet? Do you look for more ways to capitalize on NearX, or just other marketing? How can you bring more attention to current NEAR holders to start staking on Stader Labs?
Yeah, that's a great question, Ashton. So we are really trying to keep education, front and center, and we're trying to spread as much awareness as possible. So the first thing we are planning to do is spread awareness about liquid staking in general and the opportunities that it unfolds. So we are doing multiple AMAs across the board with not just protocols, but also local communities and guild members, so that our voices can reach to as many people as possible. We have also kept our social channels open for any suggestions. So if users feel that a community is being missed out, we will be more than happy to incorporate them and do a dedicated AMA with them. The second thing we are working on is an educational content series called NEAR Nuggets. So in order to spread awareness about the NEAR ecosystem, the power of its technology, and the solutions that it offers, including staking, we have started very simple to understand, bite-sized content in different formats, be it videos, threads, tweets, and even Medium blogs. So that people can, educate themselves more about the NEAR ecosystem. The third thing we are working on is, something like a pop quiz. So we are doing NEAR pop quiz, where once people have learned about the ecosystem, they can actually participate in quiz and earn exciting prizes while deploying their learnings, so that this becomes more interactive and engaging. And, last but not the least, we are really trying to make this an incredible opportunity for the users to stake their NEAR with Stader through, incentives in SD token, which is Stader's native token. So we will be giving out more than $150,000 in rewards as a part of the launch bonanza. And that will translate into really high, yields for the users. And we are also going ahead with very rapid integration across multiple protocols, such as DEXs, lending protocols, and yield optimizers, where we will be deploying dual incentives so that users can earn additional yield by participating on those DeFi protocols.
Wow, that's a lot of ways, and maybe it's just the inner nerd in me, but I do love a good pop quiz, and the rewards from Stader as well sound like great incentivization tools. And I feel like NEAR itself is, their marketing of just the blockchain growing and more dApps becoming available on NEAR. I know right now there's the NearCon conference going on, and some of my friends are there, and they're starting to build their applications on NEAR. I feel like it's such an up-and-coming protocol that the growth of NEAR itself will just bring more attention to people wanting to stake their NEAR with Stader.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we also have one of our co-founders, Dheeraj, who will be attending NearCon, and he will be a part of the panel discussions there, one on staking and the second on the DeFi ecosystem on NEAR. You know, if anybody is at NearCon and wants to connect with him, that would be a great opportunity. Unfortunately, I could not make it because of visa issues, but, you know, super excited about all the community getting together at NearCon.
Amazing, Anoothi. Thank you for that. And for the viewers that want to learn more about liquid staking in general on the education and about NEAR and the NearX staking on Stader, what is the best way for them to learn more and to get involved?
Yes, I think the easiest way to learn more would be to follow our socials. So our Twitter channel is called Stader__NEAR, and our Twitter channel and our Telegram channel is called Stader_NEAR_official. So please feel free to be a part of these two channels, and we also have a dedicated channel on Discord, which is also available in the bio link of our Twitter handle. So please feel free to reach out on these channels and stay tuned for the updates. We keep retweeting about educational contents to NEAR Nuggets. We also retweet all the stuff we write on our blogs. So the Twitter handle is an easy way to get access to our Medium blog and self-select what articles you want to read. And it's a great way to stay tuned. The other thing to do would be to just go and explore the Stader app. We will be coming up with many interesting how to stake guides to simplify the experience for the users. But you are free to just go to our DApp, which is near.staderlabs.com, and try just the entire staking experience there. And if you're interested in other blockchains, feel free to go to staderlabs.com, and you can enter any of the blockchains we are present on through the main landing page.
Amazing. Thank you, Anoothi. And I will leave the social links and the DApp link in the description box below for the viewers to make it easy. All the best on everything moving forward on your front with NEAR and Terra and all of the other blockchains that Stader Labs is working on. And let's follow up in the near future.
Thank you so much, Ashton. It was a real pleasure talking to you, and thank you everyone for watching this.